Would you rather have $2 million up front, $4,000 a week, or 850 credit score? Put in chat which one. A, B, C. $2 million up front, $400,000 for life, 850 credit score.
The engagement play. I'll see what you're doing.
Whew. Yes.
Smart.
Which one makes the most sense? Which one would you guys rather have?
At this point in your life?
Befuddled me that people would pick some of these options. Okay. The credit score doesn't matter if you don't have cash. For those you don't know, you can have an 800 or 810 mid score, but if you don't have enough cash on hand, there's only a certain limited amount of money you're going to be able to receive. So the fact to think, well, if I get an 850, they'll give me $2 million. Nah, especially if you black, not gonna happen. Impossible. You should take the $2 million up front, put it into an asset or a vehicle that can get you 10 to 30%. Maybe if you watch a show called Market Mondays, you can get the asset to invest in, and that way you can end up having $200,000 out of that $2 million and still have both. This like a financial threesome. You get to have a $2 million and a $4,000 a week. Financial freak off. What we doing? Why is this a question? Yo, so Nvidia got 300% last year, and people are like, yo, I'm gonna take the take the $2 million. Listen to me. Have your financial freak off and put yes in chat. What are we talking about? Man, I'm gonna take the 850 and then invest it into
bro. You know what you can do with that 850?
You know, 850 stay broke. That's what you can do. What?
I'll take it. I think it's a no-brainer, man. You take the $2 million up front. At this point in your life, right? Like, what else would you do? Why would you not do that? With the information that's readily available, with the amount of resources that's like,
look, guys, credit is extremely important, but let's not be stupid. $2 million, $2 million, you can clean up your credit. It's like, yo, I can leverage this equity in this house in Cleveland, Ohio, and get the down payment, and then
I'm gonna take the HELOC money and put it in a
He locked in nine. He locked in nine.
Come on, man. Look, $2 million is $2 million, bro.
It's gonna take you $200,000 to clear your credit right now. What you talking about? Stop it.
Big facts.
Just pay your bills. Just get to $2 million and pay your bills.
For real. Auto pay real easy. But what do I know?
But the win for life thing is never a bad option, especially like lottery winners and stuff like that, especially if you're not disciplined, because you can obviously blow a lump sum of money. But the annuity is always a lifesaver. If you don't have the best financial habits, or
I agree.
Can't. Yeah, that's always the
there's no guarantee on your life.
But the caveat is when you pass, you can't roll it over to children, right?
You can't.
Well,
the lottery. So like when somebody wins $1,000 for life as a lottery ticket, or $4,000, let's say a week, right? When you pass, that doesn't get transferred over. When you pass,
but there's not an option, because like in a pension, because I used to roll over a lot of pensions for people. So usually with a pension, and this is for people, a lot of people, I saw people in the comments. I do read YouTube comments, and somebody was like, "Well, they don't talk about retirement planning," and that's surprising because Rashad was an advisor.
Go watch every fucking episode.
well, let's have a conversation about retirement planning. For all of you pension people. So if you're a cop, if you're a firefighter, if you're a teacher, any type of civil servant job, and you still have a pension, it's important to know your options when it comes to pension. So usually with the pension, you have a few options when you retire. You can take a lump sum. You can take a lump sum as far as a rollover. So let's say you have $1 million in your pension, you take a lump sum, you roll into an IRA. Then you can just do whatever you want with it. Or you take the payouts. So you can take like your life only. So your life only is be like the highest option. Let's say that's like $3,000 a month. But when you die, it's over. Then you can take your life with survivor getting 50% for 10 years. So now let's say that might be $2,000 a month, but then when you die, the survivor gets $1,000 a month for 10 years, right? Then you could say, okay, your life and then survivor for their life, but that'll be a lot lower. So let's say that might be like $500, and then the survivor gets like $250 for their entire life. So that's extremely important because a lot of times people have no idea about their pension at all.
Yeah.
And once you make a decision with your pension, it's irrevocable. So a lot of times people just make decisions with their pension. They're like, just give me the most amount of money possible. And they'll die next month. And now they worked their whole entire life and they actually had like $1 million in their pension and they're getting $3,000 a month, but they only live 2 months and their families don't get anything after that, right? So that's something that, but then when I was in the insurance business, we used to have this strategy called pension max. So a pension max strategy was to say, okay, so let's say you're getting $3,000 a month. That's the most you can get from a pension, right? But then if you want to do the survivor option, then that might be like $1,500 a month. So now that's a lot less. So we would say is like, okay, get the max, get the $3,000 a month, but then take $500, let's say, and buy a life insurance policy. So that way you can get the most while you're living. And then the life insurance policy might be, I don't know, $500,000, right? And that way you're taking care of your survivors when you die with the life insurance, not the pension. That was a strategy that we used to use when I was in the insurance industry. So yeah, for all of you people that say that we haven't talked about retirement planning in a while, that's a retirement. I don't think we've talked about pension strategies before, but that's a retirement strategy as far as pensions for all of the, like I said, most people don't have pensions anymore, but some people still do. So all of the teachers, all the union, mostly union jobs still have pensions. So teachers, firefighters, cops, some people in hospitals, stuff like that, sanitation workers maybe. But the big three are firefighters, teachers, and cops. Those are the big three. Those are the most powerful unions.
There are provisions for beneficiaries. So if you die, you're beneficiaries, but you have to fill out a form, and it goes by state. So every state's lottery, because it is considered gambling.
The lottery?
Yeah. So
okay.
Yeah, so if you win $1 million and you're offered an annual payment of $50,000 over 20 years, or a lump sum of $785. Obviously, if you get the lump sum, that's up front. But if you do it over 20 years, the winner is still entitled to those funds, but the beneficiaries or the trust has to be defined and paperwork has to be filled out. So yeah, your family could still get it.
Yep.
Yeah. So the for life thing is subjective, right? Because how many lives does that mean? Like if it's your life and it is my beneficiary, does it go down to my kids as well?
No, it's you have a beneficiary. Like one beneficiary.
Just one.
Yeah.
All right. So that's the end of the term is that person. So if I do it and then my son has it, I pass, it goes to him. And then as long as he lives, he gets it.
And it will be calculated off of his life. So if he's younger, then he's going to get a lower amount of money than if somebody's older.
Got you.
Because he has a higher probability of living a longer life.
Yeah.
You know who has a high probability of dying? Evergrande. Breaking news alert. Told y'all 2 years ago. Now Evergrande is
liquidation.
$300 billion in liabilities.
They said that they must liquidate.
The world's most indebted real estate developer.
So who has jurisdiction here, though? This is the real question. Who has jurisdiction? China. It's China or is it Hong Kong?
China.
Okay.
So if I disperse funds like a TARP program to elevate stocks to offset us having to liquidate Evergrande, what does that tell you? Always look to see what the big players are doing. And if Evergrande is going down, which is one of the biggest developers in the world, do we not think that some of our developers here and in the UK are not in trouble?
Yeah, this
is part of the game that's fun.
This is the Go City play.
Yep.
Where you can mass produce at a very large amount in a very short period of time. But if there's nobody to live in these spaces, now what?
Hey, Bob Iger, here's an idea. Go to Hong Kong.
No music.
All them ghost buildings. Go set up your content factories there. Pennies on a dollar. They told me I need to provide some solutions instead of just critiquing in 24. So, Robert, go make that call and see if you can go get some of the properties from Evergrande for pennies on a dollar.
Well, his tenure is about to be up. So
I know he happy as hell.
We got to figure out who's next. Again,